Today in social studies, we're going to look at Google Maps again today because on our test in a week and a half, we will be looking at a map and looking for water, mountains, and natural resources. So today we're going to look for water again, look for mountains again, and look for forests. Because forests can be a natural resource to us, we can use the lumber to build houses, and we use lumber to make paper and pencils. So we use wood a lot, and we're going to be looking for forests on our Google Maps. All right, so as a reminder, open up your iPad, and since you've been looking at all week, your map should be just down here. Oops. If you are on regular map mode, touch the little eye in the circle and select satellite. Satellite is the one that we want to look at today because we're going to be looking for forests. And trees have green leaves or green needles, so that's what we're going to be looking for as we zoom out. So if I'm looking here and I'm at school, I'm trying to make it look like so you can see it. If I zoom out, I see Farmington, and I can see a little bright. There we go. And I can see the little river veins that come down. I can tell it's a river because river water supplies the water for the plants that live by it. So typically around rivers we see green. And as we looked yesterday, if we zoom into our rivers here close to Farmington, they don't look blue. They look a little greenish brown. So I can see the darker plants around the river as I zoom in and out, so I can tell that this is where the river flows. And I can see a lake over here because it's a big body of water, and if I zoom in it says Morgan Lake, so continue to look for the water. But zoom out, let's review how to look for mountains. So if I go a little bit more north up here to Colorado, I see all the little bumpies. And if I zoom in and zoom in more, I can see snow. So I want you to find mountains again today, and wherever you zoom out and you see the bumpies, zoom in, and as you zoom in, you'll start to see the snow peaks. And if you see the snow peaks, you can zoom in more. Actually, I think that's Salt because it's up in Salt Lake. But here's some mountains, and as you zoom in, you'll see the snow, and where you see snow, there's mountains. So try to look for some snowy mountains. Now we're also going to be looking for forests. So if I zoom out, and here is the United States. This is the country that we live in. There's lots of green. We're going to have a helper help you, but zoom in towards California. California has lots of green and forest, but maybe check out just above San Francisco, there is the Redwood National Forest. So if you look it up on you can type in on the little search bar and have someone help you look for Redwood National State Parks, and it'll zoom you in. So that's a good place to look at the forest, because if I zoom in, I can see all the little trees everywhere. So if there are other forests that you know of, you can find the forest. I'm going to zoom out a little bit because I want to look at all the trees. Now the trees, when you zoom in, you can see all the tops of the trees there. So that's a forest that you would be able to find easily. And as I zoom out, see the little zigzag here? That's a river. And if I scooch over, there's a big blue ocean right along the side there. So today I want you to look for water, whether it's a river, lakes, ocean. I want you to look for mountains. Mountains are bumpy and zigzaggy, and if you zoom in enough, you'll see snow on some of them. And I want you to find a forest. So one forest you could zoom into is the Redwood National, and it says Redwood National and State Park. So take your time, play around with it, because I'm going to show you a map and you're going to tell me the different features on it. So that's why we are practicing on Google Maps, because we can see the entire world. All right, now it's your turn.